Hello, this is the Stellar Wolf, and I welcome you to the episode 4 of the self healing journey. And today, we'll be channeling messages regarding your inner self, your psyche, and the spread that I'm gonna use is Carl Jung spread. Carl Jung was a psychologist, one of the pioneer psychologists, who talked about archetypes, who talked about like the unconscious mind. He talked about the folklores and the religions and different pyramidal images that we all have, as we all have in common as a conscious, like collective conscious and unconscious. It's like his work is very complex and detailed, and he has contributed to psychology, spirituality, occult, even art and literature. His A lot of his work is now used in organizations, so it's a very variety of work. And we are going to use his theory of his theories regarding the psyche, the mind, and we're going to explore your mind. And for that, we have three crystals here. For pile 1, we have Lazuli. For pile 2, we have the clear quartz, and for pile 3, the tiger eye. Okay, and I will be using these two decks and also this one for extra messages. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting reading, because Nostradamus is one of the greatest prophetic people that this earth has ever known, and his paintings were used to create tarot deck, and it was made after a lot of meditation and work and contemplation. It's a very powerful deck, and I don't use it very frequently, because the vibrations are like really high. Okay, so you have your crystals, choose from them, and timestamps are given below. If they are not in the description, check it in the comment section. And it's okay, only if you are not attracted to any of the crystals, or you are attracted to more than one crystal, uh, whatever resonates you. Okay, and yeah, disclaimer, take only what resonates, because this is a general reading. Okay, so let's begin. Hello pile 1, if you chose Lazuli, blue Lazuli, then this is your reading. It is a crystal used for to cure depression, to lighten up the mood. So yeah, maybe this is something you should buy, because seeing, like, from what I'm seeing, you might need it, because here, see, for your ego and for your persona, I'm getting 8 of swords. Okay, let's keep, for your persona, I'm getting 8 of swords. Now persona is what you present to the world, and I can see you're presenting yourself. I'm not saying you're doing it consciously, because it's directed by our unconscious and subconscious. So what I'm seeing is that you're coming out as someone very chaotic, someone with there are a lot of distraction and interferences in your life right now. You might be distracting yourself by talking to other people, like multiple people, or you might have people around you who distract you from, who are like kind of, I'm getting the vibe of substance abuse. So you might use alcohol, or cigarettes or drugs or some sort of substance to escape from reality. The people around you, the friends you make are also escape. Most of your friendships are not very substantial, or even if they are, you just keep moving. I feel like you just keep moving, you keep distracting yourself. Like the moment anything becomes even like a bit substantial, you move away from it. uh, I feel like, or you create illusion. Like if you are in a romantic relationship with somebody, you'll create an illusion of other people. Like you'll create an illusion that there are other people in your life whom you're talking to. So that's your persona. So it's very chaotic. So maybe this could help you. But what would personally would help you is you yourself having that will to make things better. Okay. Then what we have is your shadow side, your creative side. Now shadow side is not always the monster, it's the creative side of yours, and I feel like you're ignoring your monsters, you're ignoring your demons. From inside you're like crying. I can feel you crying. I think you for most of you, I'm getting that you were with a person and they left you because you created this illusion, or the fact they have left you, you are creating this illusion, or you're sleeping around. Or maybe it could be something deep rooted from your past. It's a cycle that keeps happening in your life, and you keep ignoring that cycle. As a child, I'm seeing that you're very resilient. As a child, you grew up really fast. You were very resilient, and yeah, there's some sort of negative thinking pattern that is controlling your life. Your shadow is actually controlling your persona right now, and you're not seeing it. Wow. You're not seeing it, or maybe you do know it, but there's certain stubbornness in you. Like oh god, we have all the swords energy in here. Wow. So okay, now let's get to your anima or animus. So if you resonate more to masculine energy, then this is your feminine side, and if you resonate more to the feminine side or the feminine energy, then this is your masculine side. Okay, and I'm seeing that it is the other energy, like the submissive energy, or the more dormant energy, is asking you to make a shift in your mindset. So definitely you were with someone, and definitely you have met someone from opposite gender, or someone having the opposite energy, and they have sort of triggered a change in your mindset. They have inspired you. You're kissing their ass somehow. You're learning from them is what I'm getting. So they have triggered a shift in your mindset. That's why you are more chaotic than ever. It has really asked you to look into your shadow self, look at your inner child. I feel like whoever this person was, it was a very comforting energy. I feel very shaky as I talk about this person. So I feel like they have really triggered you in some way. Now it could be two things. Either you were very giving. I feel it's your inner child. Okay, something about this person, this opposite femininity, somehow triggers your inner child. Maybe people in past have really took care of you and that then use it against you, and you have had um, created certain boundaries around love. uh, but now something has happened in your life and it's asking for change. It's asking to shift your uh, shift your perspective. Your ego is coming out as king of swords. So now ego is it's mostly you, as in it's it can be, it's a it's the center for your conscious. You like something you have developed after coming onto this earth, after learning things. These are your patterns and things you have developed as you have grown on this in this world. And I feel like you are a very stoic person. You don't let people, you are very you are good at pretending that you don't care. You like being served. You don't like doing the heavy work. I think you use feminine energy or the masculine. I feel like most of you who are watching this are resonate more to the masculine energy, though it could be same for the feminine energy. I think that you use the opposite energy to sort of heal you rather than doing the work yourself. You don't do your work yourself, and I think you play a lot of mind games with a lot of people so that you can feel secured. There are a lot of mother wounds. I can see that there's a lot of toxic masculinity involved in your psyche that needs to be shifted. The opposite energies are asking for a change. Your whole psyche is begging for a change. Okay. Oh wow. Your true self comes as the world. You are a powerful person. You are not this king of swords. You are not this sword energy. You are the world, and after the world comes fool. So universe, your own subconscious is asking you to take a leap. I saw a 10-10. That means ending cycles. You need to end cycles. A lot of pain and suffering needs to end or is ending for you, and you need to take that leap of faith. Okay, you come as the world. You are a traveler. You bring different cultures together, different ideas together. You are a strong person. The world has all the fixed signs. It has Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Now these are very powerful signs. These are fixed signs. They represent the highest points, the fixed points. Okay, so this is a very powerful energy. You are a very powerful person. You might be a star seed, a light worker, someone who is here to uplift the vibration of the earth. You're one of those people. You're not, and I feel like you're going through this phase so that you can learn or you can discover those skills and gifts. You just need to trust the universe and trust yourself, and you really need to take care of yourself and really need to respect the opposite gender. Okay. uh, and sort of incorporate it with your dominant self, because both energies, masculine and feminine energy, both are within us and they need to be balanced. And you have that balance, because if you have all the four signs here, then Taurus and Scorpio are feminine, and Leo and Aquarius are male signs. So there's a 50-50 of both. It's balance. You represent balance. You are here to end karmic ties and karmic cycles for not just for you, but for a lot of people. You are meant to do bigger things in life. You're not this King of Swords or Eight of Swords or the sword energy. You are the world. Pile up one. Now let us look at your mother archetype and your father archetype. For mother archetype, we have Seven of Cups, and for father archetype we have Hierophant. So I think your father archetype, or how you see, how you order your world, is what father archetype represent. The things that you know, and mother archetype is things that you don't know, that are unknown to you, that do not make sense to you. Okay. And life is balancing this chaos and this order. Order creates chaos, chaos creates order. Okay, so I'm seeing that order. I think you are very, very attached to your traditional values. For what you think, you're a very stubborn person. What you know is what you know. You will, even if you know you're not right, you will never ever try to change that. That's why this chaos. Your subconscious, your conscious is begging you to change, but you're not changing. You're indulging in things. Everything is an indulgent, everything is an escape. You're running from the unknown, you're running from the things that you don't know. You're scared. Your inner child is really scared to incorporate this feminine into it, or the masculine into it. But I think most of you are masculine dominant energies. I'm just getting it. It has nothing to do with your gender or sexuality. It's the energy. Now, I do see there are some other wounds and some friction with your parents might be, or not your parents, then some parental figure or some authoritative figure. You have seen sort of contrast between the two, or there might be some constant fight in your family, or it's within you. It's mostly within you. There's a stretch between doing what your family wants and what your dreams are, what you want to chase, and you don't know if you're able to do that, if you are capable of doing it. That's mostly what's creating this anxiety in you. The chaos in you is because you don't know. And you don't know. I feel like you don't know which way to go. Like, you know what exactly you have to go, but this stubbornness that creates this, it kind of backs up the anxiety. It's exalting that anxiety. It's amplifying that anxiety. Yeah, amplifying that anxiety. I think whatever you are gonna do, or whatever you feel like doing, or whatever this thing is that you are so unsure about, even feel immoral or immoral to your values. It doesn't feel right, it doesn't match with what your family does or what most people around you does. It's so different. You might be light workers or starseed, and your spirituality is calling you out, and the people around you might not accept this. But it's not about the people around you. You are not willing to take that chance. You're making them as an excuse. I mean, I get it, it might be really genuine interference from your family, from your friends. You might have to lose some people, cut off some people to enter into what's calling you, but it's mostly you. It's mostly your stubbornness. It's mostly because you won't be able to victimize yourself anymore, and that's hurting you. You don't know if you'll come out of if you'll heal yourself, and what if then you get hurt. But yeah, that's your biggest fear. You're afraid to heal yourself. You are afraid to chase your dreams. You are afraid to seek your options. You are a very independent person, that's what I'm getting. But you're also very attached to certain values that do not serve you. You have to take a journey all by yourself just to explore what actually you value. It could be similar to your family, and it could not be. But what are your values? What matters to you? Not to anyone else, but to you. What do you wanna do? You have to make that call. You have to take that journey within yourself, or even outside. Maybe there's something about traveling, but it's mostly it's hearing your own voice, the inner voice, that can really help you with your cures. It's important that you hear that voice. You have to what you need is some time alone with your own self, without any people, without any interference, without any indulgence, and to just understand what do you want. It really matters. You might think it doesn't matter what you want or what you not want, but it does. It should, to you at least. Your inner child come as very resilient. You have been a very resilient kid. You have been a very strong kid. You might be bullied as a kid in like very or make feel like an outcast, and you have developed this indulgence, or you have become this person who is very frivolous because you are trying to protect yourself against those circumstances. But you're not a kid anymore, okay? And that kid is asking you to heal it by shifting your perception, heal it by ending those cycles, ending those toxic indulgence, people, maybe places, things, nouns. I'm getting nouns that need to be not, even if not cut off, just take your time out from people, places, things. Just be with your own self. I know it's not easy, but you have to figure out a way to do it. Now, this is your lower self, this self that you're right now, and this is your higher self. This is what you're meant to be. Okay, for your lower self we have Epithemius, and for your high self we have Hephaestus. Hephaestus is the god of craft. He's the god of fire. He's an interesting person. His mother threw him off uh, Mount Olympus when he was a kid, and that kind of disabled him. Life has been unfair to him, but he always keep trying and working on his craft. He built things, he made things. Hephaestus is crippled, he doesn't, his legs are crippled, but he keeps working. He keeps creating all these beautiful things. Hephaestus is this really amazing man. Okay, you're a creator, pile 1. Your lower self is coming out as Epithemius was the one who opened Pandora box, and it brought about droughts, floods, diseases in the entire world. You are chaotic, being careless with your own self. You are meant to be a hard worker. You are meant to be someone who creates things. You are meant to be someone who gets up even when his legs are crippled. You are a strong person. You, as a child, when you were a kid, you saw so many things even as a kid, and there might be things that not everyone gets, but you as a kid got, and you understood those things, and you made decisions back then to protect yourself. You were that smart, pile 1. You are so smart. You're so smart, and I know you are done, and you are shattered, and you are tired being that smart, being that person. I mean, and it's okay to be tired. It's okay to create chaos at times, to break things, but at some point you have to stop. Maybe go seek a professional help, a counselor or a therapist. You really need that, pile 1. I wish, because I see this brilliant kid, I see a kid with potential, I see so much burden on him. You were a responsible kid, and now you are this chaotic person. You are a chaotic adult. I feel like you at times cry just thinking and feeling like that, like screaming, and you just want to tell people that this is not you, that you are better than this, you're better than this, but feel so bad for you. I can hear you crying. I can see a kid in dark sitting on his bed all curled up. You're that kid. You're not this person that you present yourself to be. You're a better person, and you know that, and you wish people knew that, but people can't know that until and unless you show that side of yourself. I know it's scary. World isn't a great place. People aren't best all the time. But you can't control that. But what you can control is you, right? You have this. You really have this. It might not feel like so, but you can do this, pile 1. You can really do this. The message that your subconscious is trying to give you is apprentice. Okay, so it comes with a prophecy from this book, so I'm just gonna read it. Give me a second. Yeah, there we have it. So the prophecy for you, pile 1, is: he remained seated on the square stone facing south, set in window. What it means is, the dedication and loyalty of apprentice is a central aspect of their function. An excellent negotiator, they may be an aspect of you or someone who helps and supports you. If you're an employer, the apprentice is your ideal associate, careful, attentive, and always ready to listen and learn. If you're a student, this card strengthens any position you hold in issue you're addressing. So he remains seated on the square stone facing south, set in the window. Okay, what it represents is student, apprentice, disciple, concentration, speculator, trader, negotiator. You are a powerful person. Like, your highest self comes as workmanship, and the message we have is apprentice. So you don't only have the skill to create amazing thing, you also have the skill to sell those things. You might make an excellent business person. Explains the King of Swords. King of Swords is the card of Libra. Libras are known for business skills. Libras are great at doing business. So what I see is that apprentice is someone who supports, he represents concentration. Okay, so what I'm getting is that your subconscious is saying that you need to concentrate within, because that would support you, right? Like, you have all these questions in your head. I feel like the chaos that you're creating outside, all the answers are within. Like, your subconscious is ready to help you. It's so set at this point. You just need to, like, it feels like you'll close your eyes and your subconscious will start working in your favor. Your higher self will start working in your favor. You just have to let them do it. Wow. And also, if you are worried about what you want to do in your life, I think it's the answer to that too, that whatever you will set your heart onto, you will become that person. And I personally know how that confusing that could be, because what exactly should I concentrate on, but this card really talks about your own power. Also, in the OG tarot decks, this card represent a person who is very practical, someone who is great at managing things, negotiator of course, to figuring out things, in navigating out things. And this person, when they create a shift, it's permanent. The shift that they create is permanent, it's long term. So whatever you will put your heart into is gonna be really fruitful. Whatever you will do, you will treat it like a baby. So whoever you're gonna have this baby with, just make sure you really love them, are ready to value them and give them everything they need. And by the mother of your baby, I mean the career. And it could be for a lot of you, literal mother and child. So that's the message. That's all for you, pile 1. That's all that I have for you, pile 1. Best of luck, pile 1. Take care. Bye bye. That was a very beautiful energy. I'm so happy that I got to do it for you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Please like and share and subscribe to this channel, okay, because we are only on the episode 4 and we have a long way to go. Okay, please leave out some nice comments for me. Wishing you all the love and light. Bye bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this clear quartz, then this is your reading. Clear quartz is used to amplify one's energy, to amplify onto the gifts, the spiritual gifts, and the intuition. It's an amazing quartz. You can use it if you need it. So okay, so here we have your persona, your ego, your shadow side, and your anima or animus. I'll explain it in a bit. Then here we have your mother archetype, father archetype, inner child, the self. Then this is representing your 3D self, and this is your higher self, and this is the message from your subconscious or your higher self or the universe. Okay, and this one is like for extra messages. Okay, so pile 2. I'm sorry if I said pile 1. Okay. Pile 2, you are in like a very wonderful energy right now, so kudos to you. Your persona is coming as Ace of Cups. Okay, so people might see you as someone, whose heart chakra is like really open, somebody who is really willing to give love to other people, and so your persona is how you project onto the world, what you present to the world, and that is coming as Ace of Cups. So people might find you as somebody really loving, somebody who is always have something for everybody, somebody very empathic, somebody who listens to people, connect to people on an emotional level. People see you in a high light. People love talking to you or being around with you. You have a beautiful energy. Okay, and then for your ego we have 4 of Wands. Okay, so ego is something we have developed as an interaction with the environment. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad or good. It's just the patterns that we have formed over the years. So that is coming as 4 of Wands. So I'm seeing that recently you have completed a lot of cycles in your life. You work hard to be a better self all the time. You're someone, that's something you have developed as a kid or as a person, that you're always striving to do better or to complete your great. Your emotional IQ is very high, your emotional quotient is very high. You are great at managing other people's emotion and your emotions and your self overall. You're somebody very loving, very caring, somebody who can form a community, somebody who brings people together. Over the years you have learned to take care of other people's need. For a longest time you might be a people pleaser, but I do not see that energy. Maybe in the past, but not now. You have completed a very big cycle in your life. You have completed a very big challenge in your life recently. I just want you to know that it's over, it's done with, and you are coming out as someone very spiritual. You might have a very active kundalini. You might get visions and insights about the people around you or about yourself and about the world in general. Your dreams might be really vivid these days. It can be confirmed with the 8 of Swords here. Yeah, I think in general you are very content with your life right now, though there are certain doubts, certain confusion, but they're not very permanent in your life. You kind of have befriended the confusion, the sufferings that you might face in life. Your shadow side is coming as 3 of Cups, and your inner child is the Hermit, which is interesting because, like, now why is that the case is because the Hermit is someone very quiet and someone who doesn't talk a lot and is really focused on his work, is really detail oriented. So that's your inner child. And your shadow side is Three of Cups. Three of Cups is extroverted, likes to socialize, like to party, and stuff like that. So I think for a very long time you were in this hermit mode. You were not talking to a lot of people. You were very busy working on yourself, completing these cycles, and now you are stepping into that energy. I think you have somehow incorporated, you have done the shadow work. Shadow work is our dark side, but the problems that we don't focus on, but it is also our creativity. So you're highly creative, you are also detail oriented, which is a great combination to work with. And since in your persona we have cups, so that means there's a flow between the two, between your shadow and persona. Your shadow is very well incorporated into your persona. Okay, so you are a creative person. You might meet a lot of people who are interested in the same art as you. If you have your shadow self is really asking you to go out and meet people, and that's what you're doing. You're very open right now to go out, meet the people with similar interests, to interact with and socialize with people who are similar to you. If you have awakened very recently and found out that you have some spiritual gifts, then go out and meet people from the spiritual community. Send me a hi if you want to, or if you have learned recently learned a skill or something, or you have just developed and evolved as a person. You're no longer friends with the people you were friends with. Spirits and universe and your subconscious is asking you, your shadow self especially is asking you to go out and make new friends. You'll be very easily able to do that. You have the skills. Okay, you are very, for the longest time you haven't shown this self to a lot of people, but I can see you are slowly incorporating it into your persona. You're slowly opening up to people, and my suggestion is that you're on the right path. You might have certain doubt regarding it because you have transformed and your image is transformed, so not many people will get this, which is okay. Now we have anima and animus. So if you are I'm not talking about gender or sexuality, it's just the energy. So there are two energies. One is the masculine energy and one is the feminine energy. Masculine energy is the yang energy. It's the catalyst, it's the active energy, it's the energy that's rooted in the material world. And then there's this feminine energy, which is the more spiritual energy, and it's rooted in the spiritual world. It's receptive, it's the yin. And what I'm seeing, so whatever energy that you confirm with, anima and animus is the opposite of it. So if you feel like you are more masculine dominant energy, then this is your female energy. And if you feel like you are more female dominant energy, then this is your masculine energy. Though for a lot of you, I guess you have your masculine and feminine are balanced, which is a great thing. And that's why we have justice here. Justice is the card of balance, of fairness, of justice and legal things even, but mostly balance. So I think you are able to balance your anima and your animus, your male and female side, which is like, sorry I didn't like yeah. So you have a very balanced masculine and feminine side. Like you take time out to be spiritual and to be receptive, to take on to what universe has to say. And when work is needed to be done, you go out there and do that work. So there's not a lot of message coming out from your anima or animus. They're just asking you to keep this balance. You're a very balanced person. Okay. Now your self is coming as King of Pentacles. Self is the center of all these things that we are talking about. That is coming as King of Pentacles. Right, and the interesting things of King of Pentacles is, and with King of Pentacles, it's the earth energy of fire. It's earth of fire, like. So it's the balance between the material world and the spiritual world or the willpower. So it's a very strong person, King of Pentacles. It has fire represent our beliefs, our willpower, our impulses, and the Pentacles, the earth. It's the manifestations of those willpowers. It's the material things, the material gains, the money that we have, and stuff like that. So you have the willpower, you have the capacity to create something in the material world. You are someone who can have an empire of their own. You will take what is yours. You are that kind of person. Wow, yourself is very strong, and people, you are this very lovey, soft person, but when times come, when you want what you want, you take it. You are very powerful, pile 2. You are very powerful. You take what's yours. Is what I'm getting from yourself. You are a very strong soul. You have lived a lot of lifetimes. You have a lot of, your DNA has a lot of information, lot of gyan or knowledge. Yeah, you are a very stable person. Your soul is a very stable soul, and it's not in a way that's rude or that's fear. Like, you will never harm anyone. You will never ever harm anyone unless they force you to. You are a loving person. You are a caring person. You like to take care of people. You like to nurture them, spend money on them, on your friends, on your family. You like to give them stuff. You really take care of the people that you love. You're a very nurturing person, and this is because you are this King of Pentacles at your heart. So yeah, you are you like to work hard. You enjoy work, I guess. You enjoy meeting people. You are meant to be a CEO or something, or somebody with like one of the highest position. You are meant to be at the apex of your connection, or like of your work, or something like that. Like, people around you really follow you. Somehow they admire you a lot. They look up at you. You are a very strong person, or you will be a very, very known, famous person very soon. There's something very special about you, pile 2. Then your inner child is coming as the Hermit. So I feel like you have always been a kind of person who was sitting at home working hard most of the time, while their friends were playing outside or having fun, were partying. You work hard a lot. Yeah, and I think you have always been someone who was told to work hard, who was pushed to work hard. Your parents told you to work hard, and because you might not be that well off, or you might be really well off, but people saw your potential and tried to push you towards that. And maybe your childhood wasn't like a usual childhood. You were working hard since a child, on yourself, on your craft or your studies, something about your childhood that was really about working, keep working, uh, and that part kind of saddens you, but you do not victimize yourself. You have finally realized, because he has the gold, right? He has the gold. He doesn't see it, but he has the gold with him. Okay, so it took you time to realize. Now you're realizing that whatever you were finding in other people or outside of you in your work, it's all within you. And that's a very powerful realization, pile 2. And you're doing that, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you are able to figure it out at the end of it. Also, you can see his skin is golden. He's the golden boy. You know, like, he's the real gold. It's not outside of him. The light isn't in this candle, it's in him. He's the light, he's the sunshine. You are the sunshine. You are the light, pile 2. You are the light. Now, for your mother archetype, we have 3 of Wands, and for your father archetype, we have Ace of Wands. So, father archetype is the order, mother archetype is the chaos. Father archetype is everything that is known to us, everything that makes sense to us, and mother archetype is that are the things that do not make sense to us, things we do not understand, things that are chaos for us. Uh, they lie outside of our understanding, and how you perceive it is totally amazing. Because for father archetype, we have Ace of Wands. It's the Ace of Wands represent ideas. Ace of Wands represent someone who is filled with passion to create something, who is always creating something. You are gifted, you know how to create, you are really good with your craft, pile 2. What you know is what you know, and you're good with it, and you're a very creative person. You're always having this idea, you're always creating something or the other. Okay, that's how your world works. You like creating stuff. um which is amazing. Your known world is all about creating. You might be an entrepreneur, or as I said, a CEO. You might have a business, CEO, might have a business of your own, or that's what you're striving to do. You're striving to make something of your own by the things that you know. You're aggravating all of that, and all the skills, all the knowledge that you have conquered or learned all these years. You are trying to create an idea out of it. For the unknown, we have 3 of Wands. Now, what I like about this, that both are Wands energy, so there is a flow between the chaos and order. Okay, 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. So the unknown side, the things that you don't understand, the things that you there's a sort of acceptance to things that you don't understand. You find comfort in darkness as much as you find comfort in light. There's an integration between light and dark in your life. You have finally realized that maybe light and dark are the similar things. So yeah, there's a balance between the two. You are able to balance the chaos and order. Sorry, the recording went off. Okay, so wow. Yeah, so there's a balance between the two. Though I think you might be suffering certain problem because your 3D self is doubtfulness, and here we have the protector, and here we also have 8 of Swords with Page of Pentacles in reverse. And then yeah, you might have to make some certain tough decisions right now. You're being asked to leave certain things behind and choose a different path, and somehow you're not able to see your future right now, and it is creating a lot of anxiety in you. You have transformed as a person, and now you might want things different from what you wanted earlier in your life. Okay, so now you are not able to pinpoint what exactly do you want, what exactly resonates to you, what exactly is your life, and there's a lot of confusion. And I want you to know that it's okay to be confused, it's okay to not know. And that's shitty advice at times, because it doesn't help us. But you are meant to, I am seeing that you're meant to go through different experiences. You are meant to learn different things, so that you can create what you actually want to create. And for that, it is important that you don't know what your purpose is, because then you will directly focus on your cause and your purpose, and you might not gain the experience that you are supposed to gain. So it's okay to not know. The story of Psyche goes like that: Cupid was trying to save her from his mother Aphrodite, so he married her, and then he never told her who he is, and kept himself in the dark. And then Psyche tried to kill him, and he sees it, and he fled away from her. And then she has to go through hell while she was pregnant all by her own, just to find Cupid back. Heracles on the other side. Heracles was the son of Zeus, uh, and he tricked his mother into, having this child, or like, the thing. And then Hera, when he grew up, Hera poisoned his head, and then he killed his wife and their kids. And then he was devastated. Then he went to Apollo, and Apollo gave him this prophecy. And then he went on to work for King Eutherius, I guess, and where he was giving 12 tasks for 12 years, and that weren't very nice, and they were totally different from each other. And then when finally after 12 years he got married, this girl, she gave him a cloak which kind of burned him, and that's when finally Hera forgave him and let him be a god at Mount Olympus. So two things that I wanna say is that there might, though I don't see it here, but there's certain things about relationship in your subconscious that might be tying you down from moving on in life, for approaching to people, or you have been betrayed in past by people or friends or something like that, that kind of pulls you back from doing things that you love. But I want you to know that those experiences were necessary. I feel like your whatever you set your heart onto, or right now in life, you are experiencing a lot of interference, a lot of things are happening at the same time. Because while recording this, there was a lot of interference, so what I'm getting is that you might be facing all these interferences, all these things might be going bad no matter how much you are trying. So you're very confused in life right now. I just want you to know that these experiences will help you to build what you want to build. It will help you to focus on your life purpose more. This confusion is needed to set out to create some clarity in your life. The other thing that I'm getting is that you are a very old soul. You are someone who has experienced life on earth for many times. Okay. Or dimensions similar to earth, vibrations, places similar to earth, or something like that. So sometimes it kind of feel like that you know everything, but you don't know anything, because we forget when we take birth on this planet, right? So you, as a person, as a soul, have learned a lot of things, but as a person, that's why you are interested in a lot of things. And I saw 555, which is a number for change, so a lot is shifting for you, a lot is happening for you, so don't be worried. Yeah, so I was saying, so since you have spent so many lifetimes on earth, you know so many skills, and you have done a lot of things. You have it's so when on this in this lifetime you feel like you want to learn different things, you have experienced different things, you feel attracted to different things, but you become bored really easily. That's why there's a lot of confusion in what you actually want to do. Okay, but you have got it, you have done it million times, you can do this time too. Okay. So yeah, now I feel like there might be people who are sending out negative energy towards you because you have become this really wonderful person, this really lovely person. So I suggest you to do some protection meditation or protection healing or reiki or something, whatever works for you. Okay, keep meditating is what I'm getting. Keep meditating, keep asking for help, keep asking your ancestors, the spirits, for showing you signs, or for making this confusion a bit easier for you. They will help you, they will answer you. Okay, now the message is the moon, and I'll use this book, I'll read from this book what the prophecy or the message is for you. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so the prophecy for you is, for as the moon is so led by its angel, it influences the heaven as it draws near. A great change in human destiny. The reference of this is a great change in human destiny in 21st century. So what it does represent is that you're developing a lot of spiritual gifts. That explains the doubtfulness that you have. You're not trusting your intuition, you're not trusting the spiritual gifts that you're developing right now, which is okay. Explain the clear chords that we have here. But and that's okay. It's okay to have that confusion, and you might feel concentrate on your dreams. Your dreams will help you. Your dreams are showing you a lot of things. Keep a dream journal. And there's a big shift coming in your life. Okay, a very big shift is coming in your life. There might be people who will misguide you, or somehow will send you negative energy because they don't want you to develop, and that's okay. You're protected. Keep meditating is what I'm getting. Keep focusing on yourself, and it's not gonna be an easy journey because you're developing some amazing gifts. You're meant to be this King of Pentacles. Your higher self is represented by Heracles, the protector, who is who faced many challenges to become the god that he became. Okay, so a lot of challenges are required for you to complete. A lot of tasks are coming your way that you need to complete before you tap into your full potential. Just know all this is happening for you to gain these experiences and use it to become the force that you're meant to become. Okay, or just keep meditating, and you are very well protected. Okay, you are protected. Okay, just trust your own intuition. Keep meditating, keep doing protection meditation, or get reiki or something like that to protect yourself. Yeah, let me read your prophecy once more. For as the moon is so led by its angel, it influences the heaven as it draws near. So you are a very powerful person. You are surrounded by angels. You are very well protected. you are able to influence the spiritual realm as much as it is able to influence you. You are powerful. You might be experiencing some fluctuations in your behavior, and uh, you're not able to figure out what is true and what is not. uh, but just keep going, everything will clear out. Keep asking the universe for signs and help, and they will give you that help. Okay. Yeah, so that's it, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. You're a powerful person, and I'm so glad that I got to do your reading. Also, there's a full moon on 24th, so uh, maybe pray, maybe keep tabs on the moon cycle. Okay. And please like, share and subscribe this video, subscribe my channel, share it with people, and comment down how much of this resonated with you and if it helped you or not. Okay, take care, wishing you all the love and light. Bye bye, see you in the next video. Hello, pile 3. If you chose your this tiger eye crystal, then this is your reading. And I know the setup is different from the previous 2 piles, because that's how it is. I mean, the readings were like really long, so I was doing it one per day, and then this happened. I hope you like the setup. So, pile 3. Also, I'm doing it on Capricorn full moon, so blessings are all yours. Okay, so we are tapping into your psyche and understanding what your subconscious is trying to tell you. So for your ego, we have the Empress. Ego is our material self, the 3D world. It's the patterns, emotions that we have formulated through the years living in this world. Then we have the Lovers for your persona. Persona is how we present ourselves to the world. Then the shadow side is the emotions, the feelings that we keep hidden in ourselves, and that's also a sort of impetus or like basis of our creativity. Then we have anima or animus. For that we have 8 of cups. So the concept of anima and animus is something like that. That if you are so there are 2 types of energy: the yang, which is known as the female energy, and the yang, which is the masculine energy. And we all have those energies within us, but some are more dominant than the other. So if you are more masculine dominant energy person, and this has nothing to do with gender or sexuality or anything, we are talking about energies, these are just labels. So yeah, if you're masculine dominant energy, then this is showing your female side, this one. And if you are a female dominant energy, then this is showing your male side. Then here we have your mother archetype and father archetype. Father archetype is things that are known to us, things that make sense to us, the order. And mother is the unknown, the chaos, the things that we don't understand or know or deny. And then we have the self, the true self, the center of all this. And then we have your inner child as 2 of Wands. Okay, and these are some extra cards. Then, sorry for my hand. Okay, so for your 3D self, like low vibrational self or whatever you want to call it, we have Hermes, or like present self. We have Hermes, the journey. And for your higher self, your fullest potential is represented by Laertes, faithfulness. And then we have a special message, which I'm going to read from this book. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. So I think what I'm seeing is that there has been a major conflict in your life regarding your self confidence, regarding your self worth. There has been a lot of issues regarding finding your own identity. Uh, you might be spiritually afflicted somehow. Uh, there might be a lot of karmic debts revolving around your identity. As a child, I see that you might have suffered either a lot of confidence issue or like self-worth issues, or you might be bullied or something like that, or you might easily get intimidated by things. You might even see and hear things as a kid, uh, or uh, or it might be like that you were praised a lot. Like there are two things that I'm seeing: either you were bullied, you were made to feel like that you were nothing or something like that, you were praised as a kid a lot. It's like a golden child thing. You were praised a lot, you were put on a pedestal as a kid, people around you thought highly of you. uh, uh, okay. And yeah, and you might be like, you might have lived a life, like a very lavish life as a kid. um okay. So your persona, how people see you as the lover. So you might come off as someone really intellectual, really smart, someone who can, make friends very easily, someone who is a gossip queen or king, someone who is like always surrounded with people, someone who has a lot of options and choice in life, someone someone with just like a lot of options, when like someone very flourished, someone who has it all together, um, and like a lot of option in terms of career, in terms of friendships, in terms of romantic interest, sexual interest, everything. So that's how people see you, that's how you project yourself onto the world. So the ego, the empress. Empress is somebody who is, somebody who has tamed the fire, water, earth, and air. She has all the four suits. Um, she's the queen of all the four elements. So you come off as like, you have this, you're someone like really regal, someone really mature, someone who puts herself or himself on a pedestal, someone really focused on work, someone who has like someone like, you are like almost perfect, you're perfect, like that's what I'm seeing. You're someone who comes off as really perfect to the world. I mean, your social media game is all sorted, your life is all sorted. I mean, that's how the world sees you, and that's how you like it. You like to like, I'm seeing you have gone through a lot, but not a lot of people know that you have gone through a lot of things. Like, you move on like really easily, or somehow you just accept the situation and go for the next thing, because you have a lot of options. So present things like conflicts don't trouble you a lot. Like, there are problems, I'm seeing a lot of problems as a kid, maybe some father wounds also. I think you don't let yourself cry, or like you don't let yourself break down in front of people. You might have this like, you don't let other people who have hurt you have the satisfaction of breaking you down or hurting you. No matter what is happening, you are always on the top of your game. You somehow manage to look great, you somehow manage to smile. I think a lot of people have trouble figuring out who you are. Okay. uh, uh, you might even come as two-faced, because people, like, because you're so perfect, it's hard to fathom that, I guess. Yeah, because you're also very cold, and like you're this energetic person who has all of her or his shit or their shit together, and who is great at everything, who has friends, all sort of friends, and getting all sort, like your friend circle is very diverse. So yeah, but you are also cold hearted. Yeah, like you'll cut off people right there. Like, this is something you might have learned from your mother. Do not take anyone's shit. You do not take anyone's shit. That way people like think you're two-faced or double-faced. um you have very beautiful aura and energy about you. Yeah. But even like you, okay, so you don't really trust people easily. You have trouble, like, you don't have trouble, like, it's hard to pinpoint because you have a very strong persona. Okay, a very strong person, a very penetrative energy, like very defensive. Okay, so like give me a second to figure this out. uh, okay. mm. I think as a child you might have like taken on to a lot of responsibilities. uh, so all you know is like, what you know is to work hard. Okay, you work hard for the things that you want. Okay, like you might come across who has all together, but you really have worked hard to come here. You never had it easy. You know the pain, the suffering, the hard work that it takes to reach the heights, the place where you are. You might do a lot of stuff together at the same time, like different hobbies, courses. You might collecting certificates, knowing different things. Hmm. You work really hard for the things. You are really focused on your work, really focused on what you want. I'm seeing that you might have certain health issues, uh, something something that makes you feel like your energy is draining out, a lot of fatigue. I'm sensing a lot of fatigue, a lot of burden. um, like there's not a lot, like maybe as a kid, and maybe you have these health issues, and like uh, you don't have a lot of energy circulating throughout your body, but you have a very strong willpower. So you keep trying and you keep trying different things, and you're so good at it. That's why, even if you're suffering from you might have a chronic disease. Okay, but you keep going, you keep doing stuff. You don't let things stop you. Do not victimize yourself. You might do multiple things. You have very amazing personality. Yeah. Yeah, also I'm seeing you're someone who is really empathic. You really understand other people's emotions, different people's emotions, like people around you. uh, you you have a lot of options. Like, it's something that's coming again and again, that you have a lot of options. That's why I think you have trouble staying at one place, trouble staying with one person. it's not like you're not loyal, you just don't like to be tied down. Like, I think you are a loyal person, but you just don't like to be tied down, and I like totally get that energy. It's like you just don't want to be put into one box. You just don't want, you know that you have more than one identities, so you're not stuck with one identity. You're not way too attached to any identity. That's why you're not way too attached to any person. Like, you might be really giving to people, and that's because you're connected to them, not attached to them. You're not dependent on anyone. You do things because you feel connected to those people, not because you didn't have a choice, or you wouldn't do well without them, or you somehow need them. uh, though there might be some issues regarding people pleasing in the past, you might be a people pleaser for a very long time, but that energy has changed now. Okay, so you have like really learned your lessons. Your shadow side is coming as Six of Swords, so I think you miss being vulnerable with people, because now you're so strongly wielded that you miss being vulnerable to people. Maybe you use your creativity or your art or your work as a way through to channel this vulnerability. Like, okay, so it's like, okay, that's maybe why people find you double faced, because you come off as someone who has all together, and then you write really sad or dark poems. Yeah, so that's why people feel like you have dual personality. But nobody hates you. Like, there are very less people who are hating on you. Nobody is hating on you, but people do talk about this duality, this duplicity, like not in a negative way, but it confuses people because it's really hard to pinpoint you down. mm, yeah. So your other like counterpart, or like whatever energy, it's Eight of Cups. It's about moving on. Like, there's a lot of moving on energy. Like, the only fixed energy we have here is the Empress. That's your ego. Because Hangman is Pisces, which is uh, a mutable sign. Then the Lovers is Gemini, which is also a mutable sign. Six of Swords is about moving on. Eight of Cups is about moving on. Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands talk about shift and changes, new opportunities. Okay, so you're always on a continuous move. That's a core of your personality, I guess, which is okay. I mean, I'm not judging, but this is what I'm getting and I'm saying it. Okay, okay, okay. So Eight of Cups as your anima or animus. I think you leave people, like, that's what I'm getting this. You don't take anyone's bullshit. Like, um, but like I let me think about this. Let me see. Like, let's see it. What we have here is, I think a part of you likes drama. Like, I don't know why I just said that, but a part of you thoroughly enjoys drama. And that's a dormant side of you, something you have kept hidden in you or like suppressed. But or you attract people who are really dramatic. So that's why you have to leave them. But then why are you attracting such drama? Because somewhere you also like that drama. Or you might attract people who are very emotionally avoidant. Um, I'm not getting. I think you are the one who leaves. Um, okay. Mm, mm, mm. I feel like there's something about the people around you have a lot to give you, but you just don't feel satisfied. And I think it is something to do with you not being at peace with your own self. Because, see, here you are coming as someone, you're the hermes, you're the journey. So you're on this journey. Are not you're on a continuous move. That's why you feel such a dissatisfaction with your own self, because why are you on this journey? Because you're finding something, seeking something, and you don't find it anywhere, because ultimately what you're finding is within you. And that, like, you are not satisfied with yourself, and that's why you're not satisfied with the people around you. Yeah. Also, you're someone very healing. Okay, you have a dual side. Like, again, like, there's a lot of duality with you. Yeah. Like, you are this healing, emotional, loving, vulnerable person, but you're also very cold, vicious, manipulative person. You might be manipulating yourself and you don't know. Wow, this took a turn. Um, but this is a part of your journey, and you're not really satisfied. There's a lot of sadness within you. That's why your poetry, your music, or your work has that sadness. It's within you, right? Mm, wow. And ultimately, we have faithfulness. And just look, this is your higher self. This is what you eventually will become. And here the sky isn't clear, and here it is. So there's a lot of hope for you. And faithfulness, this is like, Hermes is the god of travel, communication, internet. You have a strong internet game, or like social media game. Cheeseburgers, like, Hermes is the god of cheeseburger. It's a reference from a book, Percy Jackson. Well, uh, so yeah. Uh, but he is also god of thieves. He's the god of trickery, manipulation, and stuff like that. So, and he is also the father of Achilles, who is your um, is the father of the god of medicine. That's all I know. Achilles, I don't know. I don't remember the name. If you know the name of the god of medicine, please comment down below. So yeah, you have this duality in you, and people see that in you. Okay. Um, um, and your higher self is Laertes. Laertes is someone known for his faithfulness, in the sense that he was a very, his masculinity wasn't toxic. He was a man, he was a king who, was in this expedition of finding a boar, and he, I guess, found him or killed him. So he was that manly man, that people talk about. But when his son Odysseus left, he was also miserable, and you know, he wasn't pretending to have it all together. He was okay with his vulnerability. He was okay crying, feeling sad, feeling devastated. He had care for his child, and he wasn't afraid of expressing it. Okay, and he also had a maid, and he never touched her. And in those time, it was common for kings to exploit uh, the servants, the lady servants, the female servants. But he didn't touch anyone else other than his wife. So he was a very faithful man. He was a very mature man. He was the manly man the people talk about, killing the boss, the king of Ithacus and stuff like that. But he was never uh, ashamed of his vulnerability. He never shied away from showing how much he cared for his son. And he was okay crying. He never exploited his power to feel satisfied, to feel validated. He never exploited other people. And I think somehow unconsciously you have this habit to do it, because you're on this journey finding yourself. You are dual right now. Your mind is split in two. I think there's a lot of things that you hide. You're all put together in front of the world, but you're secretly hiding all this stuff, and that's not all good. But okay, but you will eventually find your way. You'll eventually become this person. You will eventually integrate these two sides of yours, and hopefully you will use all the tricks and manipulation for a good cause. Things aren't inherently good or bad. We make them good or bad, and it's our choice. And I hope you will make better choices in life. Now, your message, your special message. Let me find your message. We have 7 of Pentacles with us. I love the card of 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Spheres according to this book. I really like the card of 7 of Spheres, because it's talk about a person who really cares about people, but he's also very smart about it. So he has so this card represent practicality, a legacy, purposefulness, apprenticeship, scholarship, equality, and modesty. What is your prophecy? Let's see. Born under the subjugation of shadows, he will reign supreme and with souvenir kindness. Wow. Pile 3. Okay, under the influence of Saturn, the bringer of knowledge, a lone scholar sits sunk deep in thought. The fact that he is partly naked shows that he has put aside. Okay, I'm sorry, I read 8th of Sphere, but I think that was something that needed to come. So, I guess you have 2 prophecies. So yeah, you have a legacy, a purpose, and something like all the trials and tribulations in your life are meant for something bigger in your life. So okay, so this is your original meant to be prophecy. Here it is. Treasure rediscovered gives offense to all. Treasure rediscovered gives offense to all, and within 2 places near the basilica. Okay. It's the card for reward, for good work, money, wealth, profit, purification. What has been prepared or worked for comes to fruition when efforts are blessed by divine grace. The image from the lost book suggests two people discussing spiritual or secular knowledge. Wisdom they will hopefully put to the best possible use. But there is also a threat of conflict, either between the two or within you, represented by a third figure who crouches beside them and look back over one shoulder as if seeking wisdom from elsewhere. The greatest gifts may need caution and consideration, even when they come from such an essential source. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so what I have understood from this is that, as I said, then there needs to be a third approach to your personality, to yourself, because you have these two sides to yourself, and they bring a lot of information. They contribute a lot, and they both are essential. But there's need to be a third way to go about the things. You have to really reevaluate what you are doing, how are you doing, and because I think you have a lot of knowledge, you understand a lot of things, but you're also scared of it. You're scared of people, you're scared about how they will take it. You might be a really spiritual person, as I see you're really empathic, you understand other people's emotions really well, and you're really scared of being hurt. You might be a people pleaser in the past, that's why you're so scared, that's why you have become really malicious or manipulative in certain way, and you don't even know it, and you are somehow manipulating your own self. And that's why a third view is need to be taken, a bird's view is need to be taken. You have to separate, like you have to project your life on a screen and watch it and understand it and evaluate how you are going about things and find or formulate a better approach to life. And that will, and maybe go and ask the spirits or the ancestors or the universe to show you the show you the way, give you the guidance. Pray to them, they will help you. Maybe go and talk to an expert or something like whatever fits you. Okay, and maybe there are gonna be people, even the experts, who do not understand what you're going through, and they might give you the best of advice, but it might not resonate to you. So it's very important to be true to you, to listen to your intuition. Okay, it's important to let your intuition guide and give you this third perspective so that an integration can take place. You can read about individuation, something that Carl Jung wrote about. I think that would be really beneficial to you. So yeah, that's it. That was your reading. I hope you liked it, and I think there's a lot of one more thing. There's, I think, a lot of pain around the way you communicate, about communicating your feelings, your vulnerability. I mean, that's obvious, but I just wanted to mention it. Something about, and I think there's a lot of mother father dynamics or female masculine dynamics affecting you, like how the roles of a role of a traditional mother, father, or a traditional woman is considered really affects you somehow, and you don't even know it. So you might be, you might have a negative thought process regarding women or men or your opposite gender. uh, there's something about power or dynamics between two people, a didactic relationship, that's need to be solved and confronted and to be thought about. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That was your reading. I hope you liked the reading. Please let me know in the comment section how much of it resonated and how much of it didn't. If it didn't at all, check in the pile of video, and I hope these videos are helping you. Yeah, and please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you all the love in life. Best of luck. Take care. Bye bye.